buy food for all these people. And I said, I went to the bakery manager. What are you going to do with that daughter? I said, you want to donate it? He said, sure. And I said, well, good. I said, I have an outlet for it. I was going to the church down in Auburndale, Church of God of Prophecy, Bridges Church in Auburndale. They're familiar with it or not? I was going down there, and I called the bishop over there, and I told him what was going on. He said, sure, bring it on. So I started out bringing stuff down there, then I got down into Kissimmee, and a young lady by the name of Miss Spangler, Beverly Spangler, she had the bread basket, the daily bread, in Kissimmee, and she was a soup kitchen. And she would actually do this every day. She would fire up the soup kitchen for the homeless in the area. And I went to her because she was seasoned. I said, I need help. So I got something good going here, but I need help to keep it going and getting it right. I said, a lot of people tried and failed. I said, well, I want to get it. I said, you know what you're doing. And she said, I'll be glad to help you. And she did. She taught me talking about nonprofits and so forth, and good nonprofits and bad nonprofits, what to look out for, and so forth. And we went from working with her to Council on Aging, the Good Samaritan Village, and then we went from there to throughout the state of Florida, doing hurricane tornado season. We've gone as far as Georgia, North Carolina, helping out with the tornado victims. And the food we gave them went all the way down to Mississippi. It was phenomenal. And then from that, we've gone touched places in other countries. We've been really kind of blessed with that. Jerusalem, they got a soup kitchen there on Joppa Street, and over in oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of that country. I don't know why, but anyway, we got it started over there. We had in Amsterdam, thank you, and we got started. We had people down here from Amsterdam. They were using Celebration Hospital. They needed assistance. They had a professional there to help them, and we connected with them, helping them. They were here. They had the medical from her husband's work, and the consul was paying their rent, but they had nothing. They had the one young daughter was needed all this medical assistance, and the other daughter, which was a lot younger, she was like 6 years old, she had nothing. I mean, the 4 walls were empty, no toys, no nothing. And I got a call saying they need help, and I walked on over to see what they were doing. And every day I went there was like Christmas for them. I'd load up my van and take it over there. We had toys and books and crayons and all kind of stuff, and it was really neat. And from that, the consulate realized, hey, they're doing all this for nothing. Why aren't we doing it here? And they started a bread basket in Amsterdam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the woman, she was so excited. Her name was Jackie Muir. She was so excited. She called me up and said, "You'll never believe what's happening." And it was awesome. So neat. So anyway,
I didn't know that story.
I know we've been very blessed. And after 22 years, my board, they elected to try to make it a for-profit, and I was in their way of that. So I got voted out, and the Lord told me it was my time, so I didn't fight. I still could fight actually, but I didn't. But that right this little building right behind it was our daily distribution center, and it was also our computer lab for children. It was open 6 days a week for children.
Yeah,
every day for Sunday. They would come in there after school. We had the dry foods for them. We had the microwave for all kind of stuff going. We had retired teachers, professors volunteering there, what they used. It was phenomenal. We had a lot going on here for this community. But it was time for a change, and only because the Lord said it's time. So I was out for a little while, and then I got a call. They said it was Summer Lynn started a little distribution here in town, and I got a call from Public saying, "John, you still pick up donations?" I said, "Sure I do." I haven't done it a year and a half, 2 years. I said, "Sure I do." And I went out there. They filled up my van. It was a little bit bigger than that there. Filled that up with meat, and I'd like another cart or so left over. I asked the store manager if I could come back and get it. He said he couldn't believe how much I put in that vehicle. It blew him away. So he said sure. So that's when I started back picking up donations again, and now I do it 6 days a week. My wife and she decided to help me with it, and we're there 6 days a week. We're out there every morning. We get up between 4 and 4:30 in the morning, and we're out on the road before all this hectic traffic starts. So that's why we do it that early. We don't have to, but it's far easier starting 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and beating all this early morning rush in traffic. Because if you don't get out there early, you can be way late.
Yeah, right.
That's just the story. But anyway, that's just the kind of an overshot of what we've kind of done and where we've been through. But it's been phenomenal. Like I said, for 32 years, I have 0 complaints.
Hey, you've done a great job. Let's give John a hand.
Woo! You gotta give the Lord a hand.
Yeah, we can't remember.
Give the Lord the
You're
hand.
just a servant, right? You just obey the Lord.
Amen. Amen. How
That's what I'm trying to say.
powerful.
That's why I tell everybody, you got to keep it in focus. You
That's
know, you
right.
gotta-
That's
God
right.
gets the honor and the glory.
That's him.
Amen.
That's right.
Anyways,
Yes.
folks, have a
Hello.
blessed evening. Enjoy.
Thank you so much, John.
Thank you for sharing.
God bless.